We are live at North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina on a beautiful day, and the anticipation builds toward one of the greatest comebacks in modern sports history.
This morning at 8:40 a.m., 35-year-old Ernie Irvan hit the wall in turn 2. At approximately 170 miles per hour, his Ford Thunderbird careened into the outside wall with the right side.
Doctors at an Ypsilanti, Michigan hospital brightened an otherwise dark weekend for NASCAR fans by stating Sunday evening that they saw no areas of irreversible injury in the brain of driver Ernie Irvan. Ernie Irvan has opened his eyes. He's able to move his arms, his legs, his head. They have asked him to move in certain ways, and he has, and when it has hurt, they have seen him grimace. He remains on a ventilator, so he has not yet tried to speak.
The Robert Yates Racing team brought in Rusty Wallace's brother Kenny to fill in for Ernie Irvan.
But Irvan recognized and had limited reaction to visits by fellow drivers Dale Earnhardt and Mark Martin today.
Something happened today that a month ago seemed unlikely to occur. Ernie Irvan went home to North Carolina. The injured NASCAR star was flown from Michigan to Charlotte to continue his rehabilitation at a clinic closer to his home.
A week shy of 7 months since the terrifying accident at the Michigan Speedway that nearly killed him, NASCAR driver Ernie Irvan went back behind the wheel today at Darlington in South Carolina, and he set a track record.
And now I'm excited. When you reflect on what's happened to Ernie Irvan, the story becomes just that much more remarkable. 13 months ago, no one gave this man a chance to survive the night. But the reality is today, he sits back in a Winston Cup race car. And Ernie Irvan, the final step back, what are the emotions?
Well, I tell you, it's a lot of emotion, but I don't have much time to think about it because there's so much press here and stuff like that. And probably the most emotional will be when they drop the green flag. I'm just thankful to be able to be here.
Ernie, you've made it back and you've beaten the odds, but one eye. We know you have a mirror here in the side to use as a rearview mirror. What about the vision? Didn't seem to hamper you at all yesterday.
Well, I mean, it's just something we're just going to have to keep have an open mind about and just trying to do the best job we can. And the spotter's helping me, the mirror helps me, and we can't fool anybody. It's just everybody's going to be watching, so just trying to do the best job we can.
Guys, for other drivers in the field, this is simply North Wilkesboro, the 8th and final short track race of the year. But for Ernie Irvan, it is the Daytona 500, the Super Bowl, the World Series, a final return to the sport he loves so much.
Folks, I don't think I've ever seen as much excitement as we had here in North Wilkesboro on Friday. Ned, it was like Daytona, the first race of the season.
Oh, it was electrifying, no question about it. Not only in the garage area and up and down pit road, but also in the stands. You could just see it and feel it everywhere around here.
And not only was it electrifying, Ernie Irvan was competitive. We wondered would he just come back and be an average race car driver, but I think he proved Friday qualifying and yesterday in that truck race, he is competitive.
Yes, sir. He led the race there yesterday for a while. Unfortunately, had some mechanical problems, didn't get to finish it. That was a good test for him, and I think he survived that first test. Today will be a much bigger test. There's no question about it. But certainly, he is an inspiration to us all.
ESPN, the world's leader in motorsports coverage, welcomes you to North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina for the Tyson Holly Farms 400 NASCAR Winston Cup race. And it is a gorgeous day in North Carolina as we get set for 400 laps of competition. It is a gorgeous for today's race, and we got some good combinations up front. Team Roush is on the front row with Ted Musgrave winning his first pole of the year and Mark Martin teammate alongside. Bobby Hamilton starts third. The Waltrip brothers are fourth and fifth. Darrell leading Michael, and then back in sixth and seventh starting position, you've got the Robert Yates team.
With Jarrett and Irvin there. Kenny Schrader, good qualifying run. Morgan in the top 10. Sterling Marlin, Labonte, Bickle, and we see Earnhardt and Gordon, the two leaders in the points, 13th and 14th.
And some good cars all back through the field. There's last year's winner, Jeff Bodine, starting in the 16th position. Kyle Petty was running good in practice yesterday, Bob. He starts back in 27th position. So we can look to see some cars come up through the field.
Slowest qualifier was Bill Elliott, and there were 4 that took provisionals to get in, including Cope, Andretti, Speed, and Presley. It's a big baseball day. Wilkesboro, North Carolina Speedway. Ted Musgrave leads them down, and his teammate Mark Martin is right alongside. They come off turn number 4, anticipating the green, and they get it. The Tyson Holly Farms 400 is underway. Ted Musgrave has never led a lap at North Wilkesboro. Let's see if he leads this one. He will.
Man, that camera and the cars were running over the camera just going into turn 1. There we see Dale Jarrett followed by Ernie Irvin. Ernie in the 88, Dale Jarrett in the 28.
Ken Schrader up on the outside in the Bud Chevrolet.
And let's face it, Bobby Hamilton has so many miles and laps at the Nashville Raceway.
And we have a crash over in turn number 2. Jeff Bodine spinning, keeps going. No caution flag will come out. No caution.
Wow.
Here's a replay of what happened to Bodine over in 2.
Goes in the corner, and he and Jimmy Spencer make some contact. Spencer goes to the outside. Jeff nails the gas, does a 360, and away he goes.
A lot of smoke, but not major damage to the car. Jeff Bodine losing several positions.
And I think he's going to get position on Jeff. Oh, we got a crash.
Several cars involved in an incident, including Bobby Labonte. Looks like Jimmy Spencer. Who else?
Hut Strickland also involved. That's Hut. And then we see some damage to Jimmy's car.
Backing up right near our camera, operated by remote control. There's Hut Strickland with a flat right front.
Bobby Labonte has the left front fender rubbing the left front tire.
Here's a replay.
Those 2 cars get together and just turn in front of Bobby Labonte.
Bobby had nowhere to go, so he spins it around that way, trying to keep from getting into the wall.
Let's take a look at this angle. See what we can see. Can't see much.
Looks like they got in trouble at the end of the backstretch as they went into the corner, and by the time they had reached the corner, they were touching and sliding. At any rate, it brings out our first caution of the day, and it also continuing to move through lower car.
Almost right in front as Robert Presley and John Andretti tangle bumpers up the backstretch right in front of Mark Martin. But everybody gets through now.
And we can see that Andretti is just slipping and sliding. Now his car has 85 laps on those tires and just will not grip any curve.
Here's what we're talking about. You see there's Presley right on the inside and gives a little bit of a tap to Andretti as Andretti slows down. He might have even been trying to go into pits. But anyway,
Irvin and Gordon.
Kyle Petty is in the pits. He was just going a lap down in the Coors Light Pontiac.
And we should begin to see the scheduled pit stops occurring now before too long. We're almost at the 100 lap mark.
Yeah, they came in and made pit stops on lap. When was it? About 30?
During the first caution.
By Ernie Irvin and takes a second spot away. Remember now, the key here is when you begin to slow down into the 21-second bracket, that's when you need to come on the pit road. As they are beginning a black flag, I believe it's the car number 42, guys.
Yes, that is indeed the case, and Kyle Petty, I believe, has come in and served the penalty, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's going back out. That's exactly right. Evidently a little too fast on pit road the first time when he made his pit stop, so that's going to really cost him because this is a long pit road to have to come around here at, what is 35 miles an hour?
Right. Now, there are no pits on the backstretch, but they start over in turn 3, and it's a long pit road. Here's a battle between Jeff Bodine and Derek Pope. Remember, the 7-car of Bodine has already been in trouble once doing a 360, but he's coming back up and now has taken 14th position.
Guess what?
Again, huh?
They just black flagged full Kyle Petty again.
Wow.
Here he comes down pit road.
Oh, man, he was good in practice yesterday, Kyle was. I thought he would be a factor in this race. But this is really going to cost him. He already was 3 laps down, and now this will cost him another lap.
So Jeff Gordon is right on the back bumper of our leader, Mark Martin, and by the same token, Ernie Irvin is right behind Jeff Gordon. So a good 3-car battle here for the lead as they work their way through traffic again.
Look at those cars bounce. This race, and here comes Gordon right on the inside of Martin.
Oh, he got a good run off the 4th corner into corner number 1, and Jeff Gordon has the lead. He'll need to lead at the line to get the 5 bonus points, but it looks like he might do it.
Well, Kyle Petty has been black flagged again. This is the 3rd time.
3
Kyle, you're just going to have to really ease that thing around there. Just go very, very easy.
This has got to be very, very frustrating.
Oh, it is. It's too bad. He's already gone 4 laps down now.
Back at North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina for the Tyson Holly Farms 400. The 88 car driven by Ernie Irvin is in the lead. Second place is Dale Earnhardt and Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, and Jeff Gordon.
Just a couple of laps ago, the 25 car has a little fresher tires. And Ernie closed up right on. He had passed Ernie just a couple of laps before that, and he and Ernie made some contact, and Ernie did a good job saving that car, Ned.
Yes, he really did. His tires are a little bit older. Here comes Bobby Hamilton trying to get back in the lead laps. Ernie had built up such a big lead when the others made their pit stop. And Bobby had a little bit of a problem in there. Bobby Hamilton is running in the 13th position. The 40 car was 2 laps down. Here's Jeff Bodine.
Some contact between Bodine and Ernie.
I put Jeff Bodine back in the lead lap as well. He is running in 14th place. The 40 car is in 25th place.
And Dale Earnhardt comes back down pit road, and he is radio to prove that he is on 7 cylinders. He is on 7 cylinders, so apparently Earnhardt's luck not holding here today. They will change right side and left side tires. As the right side tires going on now, Andy Peasley's careful around. Here's David Smith. He slides a jack beneath the left side of the car. Earnhardt had a puff of smoke come out of the car about 15 laps ago, and suddenly the car began to slow. So they've obviously lost the cylinders.
Well, that should complete the sequence, I believe. All of those who were up front have come in.
But boy, did Dale Earnhardt get hurt on that deal.
Oh, yeah, he's almost a lap down. He really got killed. Let's say he is a lap down. He's almost 2 laps down.
Almost 2 laps down.
Wow. Back at North Wilkesboro, this is the final short track race of 1995, and to say the least, short track racing can be very, very dicey. We have seen some incredible racing here in the last few laps, including this little incident.
Wow. Dale was trying to go by the 26 car, the 11 of Brett Bodine, and there we see Kenny Schrader getting by. Now some contact down at turn 1, and the 6 car had to back stand on the brakes, and here we go, battle for the lead. This is live.
Mark Martin is going to the inside of Dale Jarrett down the straightaway. Martin has the lead, temporarily at least, and he'll get it now.
Yeah, he'll get it now coming off the turn.
He'll be in 2 for the baseball playoffs.
Ooh!
Oh, and Dale Jarrett spins.
Hutton Strickland got into him going into turn 1. And caution, they haven't thrown it yet, but now they have.
And only for the second time this afternoon, the caution comes out on North Wilkesboro, and it's for Dale Jarrett. Traffic jam. Now, several cars had stopped down there observing the stoplight, but it went green, and Jeff Gordon was at full speed, and so he apparently is going to go ahead of all those cars. But a half a lap away from the restart of this race, Jeff Gordon did get away with blowing by all those cars that were stopped as they tried to exit the pits. Mark Martin is the leader of the race. Rusty Wallace second, then Jeff Gordon, followed by Terry Labonte and the 88 car of Ernie Irvin running 5th. Now, Dale Earnhardt is a lap down, although he also goes to the inside. Passes Jarrett. Earnhardt is 9th, a lap down. Will not accomplish today what he has to accomplish in order to win the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship, and Jeff Gordon is doing what he has to do by finishing
now better. Now all of a sudden they put Earnhardt. No, now he's a lap down.
Yeah. We understand that Dale may have a tire going down.
Dale Jarrett.
Dale Jarrett.
This
3 laps to go, so he'll probably ride it out.
There we see our leader. There's the second place car. Now look here. Here's the third. Ned, how hard do you think Labonte is going to try to pass Jeff Gordon?
Well,
do you think he's going to pass him?
Well, I doubt it.
That's 5 points.
Yeah.
That's 5 points.
I doubt if he will.
Let's see.
Yep.
Interesting to see.
Here comes Mark Martin, by the way, off of corner 4, receiving the white flag. There's just a lap to go. Mark Martin on his final tour of the 5/8 at North Wilkesboro. And he started second and comes home a winner here this afternoon, becomes the 5th driver to win a short track race in 1995. It's his 5th short track win and his 17th career victory for Mark Martin, winner of the Tyson Holly Farms 400.
And Jeff Gordon did finish 3rd, but I tell you what, Labonte almost passed him as he came down for the line. It was a great battle for that 3rd spot.
This is not victory lane, but you might really think it really could be for Ernie Irvan. Ernie, a big smile. Congratulations on an outstanding effort.
I tell you, this is great. You know, everybody wonders why Ernie Irvan wanted to come back to racing. That's what it's all about. You know, I had a ball out there racing and racing with all my buddies and competitors and the people that have been so supportive and these fans. I mean, this is nothing more exciting than out here racing like this.
If anyone had any questions about the eye, they were answered today. You were in tight traffic numerous times and just inched your way through and didn't touch a soul.
I tell you, you know, everything seemed to be really good. You know, I have a lot of people to thank. I've thanked about 100 of them, but, you know, Robert and Larry, especially Texaco and Ford and everybody that's involved and, you know, Mac Tools, all the supporters of this race team.
What's ahead for Ernie Irvan? Plans for Robert Yates as far as the rest of this year and next?
Well, you know, definitely. I mean, our main concern is getting ready for next year. And, you know, if the next race calls for that, then we'll figure it out. You know, we got to be competitive every place we go. And, you know, it's a deal that we'd love to go to every race. But, you know, just got to make sure we got all the equipment ready to do it.
He finished 6th today. Yes, Johnny, the most incredible comeback is complete.
Was running at the end of the race. All 36 cars running at the end of the race.
First time since 1959. Here are the top 10 in points, and nobody changes in the top 5. The interval from 1st to 5th goes to 604. Bill Elliott, however, did move in to 10th place, and of course, that's the podium that you want in New York. The top 10 finishers make the podium at the Waldorf Astoria. For the 12th will determine the champion at that race. For Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, John Kernan, Dr. Jerry Punch, and Bill Weber, we thank you for joining us here at North Wilkesboro today, where Mark Martin has won his 3rd race of 1995. Stay tuned for baseball. I'm Bob Jenkins. So long, everyone.